Hi everyone, Sue from Art Craft Journals. I'm here today to show you a little needle book that I've made. This needle book was part of a course from Rachel of Roxy Creations. She has the course on YouTube videos for you to purchase in her Etsy store, and she did have a little bit of a deal going that the first few people that bought the course would receive a kit for free. So unfortunately for me, I was one of them, and I received this little kit, and I followed the instructions and changed it a little bit as I usually do, and have created this little needle book. I'll just bring it up a little bit closer. As you can see, there was a little cross-stitch piece that came with the kit. Most of the pieces I've used came with the kit. I have added a couple of little things myself, this little bit of lace for example, and basically what it is some fabric, and it has some embellishing on it. So you started off with a base piece, and then you put on all the little pieces of fabric. Then you embellished it with a little bit of embroidery and the button, and folded in half. And I put this one on because I wanted a purple one, and basically that just wraps around to keep it closed. And inside it just has some fabric and a piece of felt that you put your pins into, so that when you need to sew something you can find your pins. So that was the one that I made with the kit that Rachel provided, and I really enjoyed doing it. It was really fun to do and quite quick as well. It didn't actually take me that long. What I thought I would do is show you something else that I made similar a long time ago, and I couldn't even tell you how long ago, except that I'm pretty sure it was before my kids were born, and they're in their early 20s now. So what it is, it's another needle book, but this one I drew the design on there with some fabric paint, I believe it was, and I did some embroidery stitches. Now if I can zoom in, let me have a look. It's probably a little difficult to see, but they're all embroidery stitches and they're so tiny. Looking at them now, I honestly couldn't tell you how I actually did them so small. I doubt I could do it again, to be honest. Just zoom back out again if I can figure out how to do it. Here we go. And this one was made with I think it was a calico fabric, and again it's got the felt inside for the needles, but this one is actually joined with a ribbon, and along the other side of the ribbon we have a little pouch that holds pins. Now it's one of those circular plastic ones with the coloured heads that you pop inside there, and again it's all been embroidered, and next to that is the scissor holder as well. So same sort of thing, all the design was done in fabric paint and then embroidered. And it's actually designed, it's a bit hard to show, but it's actually designed to hang around your neck, so that when you need your pins or scissors, they're there ready for you. So that was something I made many years ago, and it was actually only when I saw Rachel's ones that I remembered doing this, and it did explain why I had very few little pins in my sewing box, or needles in my sewing box, because I knew I had a lot but I couldn't actually find them, and that explains why, because they were in here. Now the other thing I have been doing, and I kind of was inspired, I guess, by the slow stitch things that I was making, and also by some ATCs. I actually thought it would be nice to make some all fabric ATCs. So what I have been doing, I've just made a couple. This one, these little two things, the fragile and the flowers, which are actually tea cards, and I got those from Shabby Doo Dah. Yes, I think that's how you say it. I bought those off her Etsy store, and they're just some of those little cigarette cards, and I transferred them onto fabric. You're supposed to be able to wash them, but I'm really not sure if I would. It has a very plasticky feel. So I did a similar thing to I did with the slow stitching. I attached the fabric, which again was similar to how this was done as well, and then with a little bit of embroidery around it, and I attached it to some felt. This felt, it's quite stiff. It actually comes in a roll like this. I got it from one of those cheap stores, but it's really, really good to cut. You can actually cut it with a blade and a ruler. So I'm thinking I could probably use my die cut machine to cut it as well. I might give that a try one day as well. But it's quite stiff and easy to use. So I did some little, well, I call fabric ATCs. This was the first one I did. I'm just looking for the second one. There it is. This one here was a pink one, and as you can see, there's the card there. The images didn't really come out very well. I was a little disappointed in that, but I haven't been game to try and print on fabric from my printer yet. And you can see there's a little rose there and a little bit of coloured fabric and some embroidery. So that was 2 that I made. I also then started to make a few more. There's this one here. And I did start to use the sewing machine with a few of them as well, because it was a little bit faster. So it's an image on some fabric and just some little bits and pieces. What else we got? Oops, we've got another one here, black one. There is a purple one, of course. I always have to do a purple one. And another purple one. So very simple to do. You just piece together the fabric, and then I zigzag stitch them onto the background, so you don't see all the strings and all the threads at the back. Now this one, the flower is actually just glued on. I didn't want to attempt to sew that one because it's like a paper, so I thought it might be a bit much. Another one here, just a blue one with a button. One of those little wooden buttons that you can buy. And we have another one, another little doggy one with some chain stitch around there. And that's popping out, so I might have to tuck that back under. And I think, oh no, there's one more. This one here has a little bit of, it was an offcut, I think, from a shirt. With a bit of embroidery and some different fabrics there. And what I did was, because when I actually cut the pieces off here, it left a strip probably about 1 inch wide across the bottom. So what I did with that, I made some smaller little embellishments. I just sewed those on to the back. That needs trimming. So I just sewed them on with the machine. So there's just some little embellishments. Whoops. And this one here, I've put a pin on it just as something different. And of course you could actually hang a charm or something on that too as an embellishment in a journal. And this one's a bit longer, this one. So that's what I have been doing lately in the sewing sort of area. I have made a couple of journals which I will do some separate videos for later. I do have some things in my Zibbet store now, and the link will be down the bottom. I will put some of these in as well, I think, as well, because you know, you don't need too many. So I might do that. Alrighty, I hope you liked them. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I've had a few more, which is really nice. If you are enjoying the videos, please give it a thumbs up. I think you really need the thumbs up to get some recognition from YouTube. And I really, really would like to build up my subscribers. So a thumbs up would be gratefully appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.